This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for January 3rd, 2025. It's currently December 22nd, 2024, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $591.15 USD. And the January 3rd reading was created February 5th, 2024 at 8:34 p.m. Eastern Time. That's almost a year ago today. We were planning to get a year ahead, and then we were playing catch up half the year. We got caught up and then we fell behind again. It's nuts, but things are changing. We're getting some automations that'll help out. So, with that said, the overall theme and behavior for the day, we have an important trough again on a multi-day scale highlighted, and there's a period of volatility that'll end with a fast sudden move higher. Behavior around the high is high for the day. The full card indicating an improbable move into and or out of the high. Something improbable is specifically like an improbable opportunity, something unlikely to happen, but it presents itself. So look out for the highs. We'll look at that in more detail. Behavior around the lowest low. We have the Princess of Discs in the low significator position. This is interesting because often when you have the high significator card from the previous day's reading is the low significator card from the reading, it can often indicate that we have a higher day. I don't think that's the case in this. It's hard to say, but there's a good chance that it's not a higher day. But if it is, it would be probably first thing in the morning in the pre-market. And advice to trade around a period of sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Now, we likely have a significant move to the downside there. Let me see. Matter of fact, it looks like it's a significant move to the upside. I probably wouldn't want to bet on like overnight gap or something. I wouldn't want to bet on that, but I think we probably have a pretty big move to the upside overnight, and then there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance at a high in the pre-market, followed by a decline that takes us all the way into the open, and then that's probably a low for the day there at the open, out of which we have a big move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top range. It'll start out of a decline. We then do sideways rotation between roughly 10 and 12. Somewhere within that sideways rotation, we should see a sharp drop that'll stand out. And that sharp drop usually takes us to revisit a support level that was recently a past opportunity. Not always, but frequently. So that sideways rotation, though, we have a trough probably about 12:30 and a big move to the upside out of it. That sideways rotation ending with a fast sudden move higher. That'll take us into... Wow. There's a really big drop here, guys. So like this move after the sideways rotation, with this big move to the upside, taking us into a high where there's like an important price level on a multi-day scale that will break through momentarily at the high somewhere between 12:30 and 2 o'clock. I'm leaning towards about 1:30ish. And we go from that high, we decline all the way into a low, like almost within the same hour. We have lows at the end of the day with this pop and drop, and then more sideways rotation as we exit into the close. A lot of trade opportunity going on here between the 3rd and the 6th. But my sense is we're probably still in the midst of a decline that commenced here in December. Like that might very well be the biggest decline day that we've seen all year. Yeah, so I think that full card, likely when we hit that, we go from the sideways rotation, it ends with a fast sudden move higher. When I see that fast sudden move higher take us into a high for the day at a technical price level important on a like multi-day scale, probably on a 1-year chart scale, and we break through it momentarily, creating a high, that's where you want to enter into a short. You want to enter into a short position there. And likely you close out of that short position right here in the morning at this Ace of Discs. But we'll look at that in more detail when we progress into the reading for the for the 6th. My friends, this is all like expectation. If you're actually planning to trade this information, to do so without any guidance would be extremely foolish. It is not as easy as knowing up and down. Think about it. When you put that money on the table and you need that money to pay your bills, and you're like, oh, he's going to be right. Once you put it in the market, you think you're going to think that way about it the whole time? Or when they start pushing you around, when market makers come in and they try to shake you out, and they fake you out and make you think that you're losing that money, are you have big enough cojones to stand on that bet? Or what happens if you lose that money? Do you see what I'm getting at, guys? There's so much more to it. So if you do plan to trade this information, I highly recommend getting the early access subscription on our website. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders. Go to our website, Tarot for Traders, and you hover over Order Now. Click on Subscriptions. Early access is our like initial or intro subscription. Gives you access to all of our public posts that come out on YouTube. They come out first in early access on our website. It also gets you access to the live Discord trade alerts, live updated trading view charts that I actually draw entries and exits in. Not right all the time, right a lot of the time. All that stuff. Part of the early access subscription, $60 a month, $600 for the year. Great way to start to show support. And not to mention, if you're going to trade this stuff, guys, these are game-changing services. Do not try to trade this information without these services, guys. You might do well. More likely you won't. Period. Because there's so much more to it than knowing up and down. Really, there is. And anybody that's traded this information understands that. But much love and appreciation, my friends. Blessings to all my angel investors. You know where to go, right here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits donate back to the channel through one of these links. 5% of the profits donate forward to one of these charities. Leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those 3 rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. Universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.